Why we think we have to get ready to get married? That's a wrong perception to have. It's like trying to swim.
You gotta dive.
And tell Habibi, you get in there.
Shia, what happens when you dive in and you're like, you know what, I actually don't like water?
Well,
Live in the fairy tale that I'm gonna get married to this woman. She's gonna have food on the table. Then you're gonna be in for the shock of your lifetime because you shouldn't expect it.
The expectation comes from society.
the reason I say keep it zero, let me give you a story.
The dating.
I had a friend of mine trying to get to know this girl for 9 years.
What?
That's crazy time.
That's too much.
I think, I mean, it's going to be very controversial.
Certain cultures, they clash so much that
Different.
you're opening the doors to a lot of problems.
They're still thinking culturally. If I'm Iraqi, Karbala'i, well, forget about the Najafi. If Pakistani and Khoja.
That's not a problem, Sheikhna. I don't think that's a problem.
Is that a bad thing? Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah wa barakatuh, and welcome to the Shia Vibes podcast, the podcast that discusses different topics, subjects and themes within the Shia community. Inshallah, today we're going to be discussing the wonderful topic of marriage, the sunnah of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. It comes a time in everyone's life where they open up a new chapter of gaining responsibility, completing half of their deen, and also having a family. Inshallah, to discuss this and more, we have myself, Mohsin Shah, also Hussein Sukhni. Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum assalam. Back again for the most important topic of the season.
And also a Imam Hussein TV favorite, Sheikh Mustafa Akhoon. Assalamu alaikum, Sheikh.
Alaikum assalam wa rahmatullah. Alaikum assalam, Habibi.
Sheikh Mustafa Akhoon is a graduate from the University of
George
Mason in Virginia.
Yes.
Furthermore, Hausa studies in Najaf, Surya and Qom. Sheikh Mustafa Akhoon, in the topic of marriage, not only has been married for, mashallah, over 20 years, he has 4 children, one of them is married, and furthermore, he has been marriage counseling for up to a decade?
More than a decade. Yeah.
More than a decade.
Yeah.
So, mashallah, Sheikh, you're more than qualified for this topic.
Alhamdulillah. We're all trying our best.
Perfect guest for the show. But I just want to say one thing. You're going to get him in a lot of trouble.
Really?
22 years.
22 years? I said over 20 years.
Yeah, but please be
specific.
Yeah,
be specific.
Please, yeah.
I don't want to break a happy home. I'm not one of them guys. You know what I mean? But Sheikhna, I mean, 10 years in helping in marriage counselling, where did that come from? Is that more of an Islamic Hausa thing, or did you do like Western academia for it?
Well, my minors in university, I took communication and psychology. It was a good amount of information there, but not enough. Definitely in need of ahadith of Ahlulbayt alayhim salam and verses of the Holy Quran to be the backbone of all the knowledge that I share with the couples. The Western academia taught me the style and the method of how we approach it, but the content, because all of them is all trial error basis, but what is completely valid never changes and always applicable and helps families is the teachings of the Holy Quran and the teachings of Ahlulbayt alayhim salam. I think if we apply them both, our families will be stronger and stronger.
Inshallah. Sukhni, you got any qualifications or anything like to?
I've got experience under my belt.
MashaAllah.
No qualifications in marriage, but I think I'm more here to learn than and benefit from the Sheikh, of course. And of course from your experience as well.
I have a PhD in being single, don't worry. I'm very good at it as well. So if anyone needs any help, let me know.
Single and ready.
No.
Don't. Just need to make that clear.
Don't throw me under the bus.
How did you introduce the show? Complete half your deen.
Yeah, I've got half already.
Not ready. Actually, let me say something. Why we think we have to get ready to get married? I think that's a wrong perception to have. I think a lot of the youth and also the parents, I can see the parents, maybe their kids are not mature yet. I can see, like, it's not about mature physically, no, mature mentally. Like sometimes I've seen some 18 years old and mashallah, they are really, really mature. And sometimes I see some 30 plus years old, they are still a kid. So I can understand some of the parents, they have this issue. But I think marriage is something that you dive in and you get into it and you become ready for it and you learn as you go. It's not that, okay, let me finish. It's like trying to swim. I'm going to just stand outside, learn all the lessons and learn everything.
You gotta dive.
Until Habibi, you get in there, couple of and then
Shaykhna, what happens when you dive in and you're like, you know what? I actually don't like water.
well,
Then what?
you are in it.
Yeah, but I
That's
think
it.
that's based off misconceptions of marriage and based on what you've heard of people's bad experiences.
It is very subjective.
I
Of course.
don't think the reality of marriage would be. I don't think marriage is for me. I think the way we are built as humans, marriage is for.
You're
everyone.
right.
Yeah.
No, 100% you're right. We are designed as social creatures. As you mentioned, like I've made you another half for, you know, there's those that I've made you into pairs so you can find peace in one another.
Yeah.
And, you know, I've made you as
So
social
many
creatures
verses.
to go around the world and meet one another and
Yes.
learn
You
from
know,
one
if you
another
don't get married,
and so forth.
the world will cease to exist.
True.
There's no more
100%.
population, no people being born.
100%.
Yeah, that's.
I think
it's interesting.
again, it's all about the perception that people have of marriage. They think when I do act, people invite me. I tell them I have 2 gifts for you. I tell them I'm not a millionaire, so I don't have money, but I have 2 advices. You go for a second wife.
Can't invite you, chef. There's no money.
No, actually, if he gets married, definitely I'm going to bring some prizes. So yeah, there you go.
Yalla, you got 2 weeks. Get it sorted.
Some incentive. I told them I have 2 advices, which I put these 2 advices after seeing hundreds of families and my own experience for my life. That if they apply these 2 advices, their problems will be less. I tell them from tonight, I'm not going to sugarcoat it. From tonight, you're going to have problem. I tell them up to their face, like, you know, everybody's happy and everybody. I tell them from tonight, you will have problems. And I tell them problems within marital life is like spices within food. No spices, nobody can.
Yeah.
Too many spices, only Pakistanis can eat it.
Yeah.
So you want to have some mild in there to make the life up and down. If not, I told them it's like the heart's EKG, like no, you want to have it up and down, up and down. So these problems, but how can we manage it? How can we minimize it? So I told them 2 advices that I don't think anybody's here getting married for me to give aqd nikah, and so these 2 advices will be for another episode.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
You're going to tell
yeah.
us.
You want to give us a bit of a
I
snippet?
think you should.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
I think you should.
I mean, I got to this first advice throughout my own life and seeing people. Lower your expectation from one another. Make it to 0. I think a
100%.
lot of problems happen in marital life because of expectations.
100%. I agree.
Alhamdulillah, me and Sukhni, we have one thing in common. That's we agree.
Other than that, it's boxat. No.
So hold on, Shaykhna. Let me get this right. So let's put this into perspective. You've got a male or a female. They're about to get married, have the aqd
Yes.
done, and they've just been told don't expect anything. And
Nothing.
you're thinking,
And this-
why am I sat here then?
No,
Like,
I think. So
let me continue.
Yeah, tell me before I destroy the whole.
0 expectation and keep it 0, but you do things for one another based on love, not expectation.
So,
For example,
go on. Yeah.
wife coming to my house. She has nothing that is obligated for her to do. Religiously,
Okay.
we're talking.
Maintaining the house, cleaning, cooking, this
Nothing.
and that. Okay.
The only thing that religion has told her to beautify herself for me. That's it.
Okay.
But hadith says when she cooks, how much reward she gets.
Oh.
When she removes one thing from one place into another place, and she wants this to become something good for her husband, Allah will look at her with His mercy on the Day of Judgment. So I should not have expectation for her to do. She does it for reward and get closer to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala.
Beautiful.
So that would be beautiful. So it's not that she's doing it, well, he's going to come, he's going to be upset, well, I'm going to do it because I'm forced to. No, she said, as I'm loving doing this because I'm being rewarded. Because I love him, I'll try to satisfy him. And vice versa. I come home, there are things that men have to provide. Shelter,
Yes.
food on the table,
Correct.
security, what else?
Traveling.
Nope.
No.
No
Your car,
traveling.
something. No.
Nope.
Oh, so not even a donkey.
Well, in London, you guys are on donkey.
Ooh, got a lot worse than that.
So, food on the table,
Food,
shelter, clothes,
Okay.
basic necessity. But whatever extra that I do for her, traveling, everything I do because I love her. I want to make her happy. So it will be back and forth between us. We do based on love, not expectation. Because when there's expectation and it's not met, why she shouldn't do this? I come home, I kind of have a kind of OCD, kind of. Everything needs to be in its own place.
Yes.
And you know, with 4 kids, nothing is on place.
Good luck.
Oh.
Yeah, yeah,
Nothing. I think the only thing that is in my house that's been not touched by my kids, my toothbrush and toothpaste. That's
Okay.
it. That's the only thing. My socks, my kids are wearing it. Everything is everywhere. So if I come home expecting that the house to be clean, organized, spoon to be its place, well, it's the wrong expectation. I come home, my wife doesn't work, she's at home, I provide everything for her. Well, I come home, I'm going to be upset. Well, that's going to start a fight. And vice versa. No expectation.
I think that doesn't just apply to your life throughout the marriage. I think that applies to before you get married as well, and when you're
True.
about to get married.
True.
Because if you
True.
live in the fairy tale that I'm going to get married to this woman, you know, like you said, she's going to have food on the table, she's going to clean my clothes, then you're going to be in for the shock of your lifetime.
True.
Because you shouldn't expect it.
Do you think that the expectation comes from society, or maybe more that our mothers used to treat us like this? My mother used to clean my clothes.
Many
food for me.
factors. The reason I say keep it zero, let me give you a story. I have a friend of mine. He said my wife does X and Y and Z for me.
Okay.
And we were sitting together. I knew some of the brothers were looking at, my wife is not doing not even close to this. Right away I told him don't.
Yeah.
And I told this guy, don't tell this to anybody, because this start putting expectation in people's minds.
So what, comparing
Why
competition.
my wife is not like this, why his wife is like this,
But
maybe.
it doesn't mean also that his wife is being a better wife or a worse wife.
No.
It just means different situations.
Different family,
require
different structure,
yeah,
different
Yeah, yeah,
things.
it's different dynamics too.
So we
every
have to keep it
household,
zero.
yeah.
My mom says something, her mom says something, my parents say something. Her friends, they sit together. I remember one day, it was Eid al-Fitr, I bought her a purse. I've been away for a whole month of Ramadan. I came back for Eid to our own community. I bought her a purse, kind of expensive purse. As soon as we were about to go inside the masjid, I told her, don't take it inside. You know, when you buy something gift for a woman, she's like, why? She was sure. I mean, this is not only her. Everybody likes to do it. Like you buy a watch, or us, whatever we buy, we want to show in the day of Eid.
Yeah, true.
I say, you're going to take it there, and the woman's going to see it, and then maybe the husband forget to buy her, one of your friends' husband,
Get
or
upset.
she doesn't, they don't have the money, and they're going to come say, oh, see, look at people, lucky man, we don't have it. They go back, they'd rather them have Eid. It's going to be
Absolute boxer.
What's what they say in English? Comparison is the killer of joy, or something like that.
Yeah, perfectly said.
Yeah,
I haven't
they
heard
say
it,
this,
but
yeah, they say that.
That's right.
Don't compare your success, because
Yes.
it will take away from
Everyone
sort
has
of
different
happiness.
like targets of success.
So you have to
Yeah.
keep it zero. No matter how much you hear from people, keep it zero.
Okay.
Whatever happens. My mom tells me, for example, make sure she does this. Well, that creates expectation. Her mom tells her something. Her father, my sisters, my relatives, everybody's talking and we're getting expectation. We have to keep reminding ourselves, zero expectation. That's the first gift I give. And I think it's even before marriage. Second, I had a case, a wife and a husband and a mother. The husband's mother came to my office. It was actually Saturday. They called me. It's like, Sheikh, we have problem, this and that. I told them, okay, Monday, tomorrow is Sunday, I'm not going to come to the office. Monday, come and we'll sit and talk. Sunday morning, a girl called me, and I hear two people, a woman and a man, they are screaming and shouting and bad-mouthing.
Oh.
So the thing is, his mother is living with them, so he's between his wife and his mother. So he started shouting at his mother because she had problem with his wife, and I thought it is going to kill one another. They're going to kill one another. I told him, come to office. I went to office starting around 5 at afternoon until 2 o'clock in the morning.
I'm not surprised.
He said this and she said
can't
this,
resolve
and
it quick,
mom
yeah.
back and forth. I'm just listening, finding out the conclusion. They never sat and talked together. There was no communication. Never.
Big problem.
After the 7 hours, I didn't tell them anything. Got up, everybody hug one another, kiss one another, that's it.
Well, was the issue between husband and wife, or was it between mother?
All three of them.
Oh,
they
they
never,
all actually within each.
they never
Oh.
communicated. So I told them from now on, and I told all the married couples, once a week, not more, not less, not in the bedroom, in the dining room. Sit, have a cup of coffee, tea, juice. Tell 5 things to one another that you appreciate,
Okay.
that you've done this past week. Because we do things, the other person doesn't say it, we don't think, okay, I've did something. But when we say that, okay, I did see it,
Acknowledgement.
you acknowledge it, and you appreciate it, the other person will do it more.
Yeah.
Number one. Then tell them one another 5 things that you didn't like. Tell them. I didn't like you did this. I didn't like you did this. They didn't tell pilot, and then brought it for me.
It just exploded.
Exploded.
Yeah.
Oh.
And that was it. After that, mashallah, they had 3 more kids after that, and it's been almost
They're healthy
9
now.
years.
Healthy,
Yeah,
healthy
9 or
marriage.
10 years they've been together.
MashaAllah.
So these are the 2 gifts that I give for the newlywed couple, inshallah. Yours to be very soon. Hussein, are we invited, you and I?
I don't know.
Really?
He's a bit of a dodgy one, this one.
Really?
Next thing you know, he's on Instagram posting his wedding in Pakistan. Like, whoa, tell me this, that. I'll book the flight
If it happens, when it happens, I'll let you guys know.
in advance so we can book our flight. Because I know you're back home. So
I am. Weddings back home. Oh, you know what? Here we go. Weddings. Is that the next topic?
Whatever you bring.
I mean, Sheikhna, you know what? Let's keep it where we are at the beginning. Choosing a spouse. How does one take into consideration lifestyle, habits? I'm not sure if people are into this. Apparently they are. Astrology.
Yeah.
What do you think are the main qualities or characteristics one should include when looking for a spouse?
There is a problem that we learned, unfortunately, from the Western ideology, is to get to know one another.
So the dating, courting is another word for
I
it.
say, okay,
yes.
how long do you want to know one another? Like, how long is a good amount of time? Some say 3 months, some say 6 months, some say the year, 1 week, 1 month. So there is no right or wrong answer about this. Rasulullah has given us the criteria. If a boy comes and asks the hand of your daughter, تَرْضَوْنَ دِينَهُ وَخُلُقَهُ. You like his religiosity and you like his morality. She agrees, these 2 in him and vice versa in her, let them go forward. People think, okay, if I get to know you, how many of us are the same 10 years ago,
No, none of us.
5 years ago,
No way.
last month? We hear one story, we change.
Correct.
Something happened in our life, happens,
Yeah.
we change. One book changes us. One movie changes us.
One
So-
Muharram.
One Muharram. Everything changes us. Ramadan changes us. Everything can change us. So I think when I had a friend of mine trying to get to know this girl for 9 years.
What?
Wow. 9 years. After 9 years, I did their marriage.
That's crazy time.
That's too much.
That's crazy.
That's way too much.
I think, I mean, it's going to be very controversial. And if you know them to be religious, if you know them to be good characteristics, move on. That's it.
That's it. I think as well, it comes back to the point you're making about expectations. Like when I've spoken to some people, they're like, yeah, but I'm not in love with this person, or I don't know him enough,
That's a good one.
or don't know this woman enough, for
Yeah.
example. You've got your whole life to get to know each other. What are you going to expect to learn in the next year or 6 months
Nothing compared to 10 years.
compared to the rest of your lives, you know?
It's a wrong expectation.
It's very
Not
wrong
only that,
expectation.
we have a hadith, من عرف نفسه فقد عرف ربه. If you get to know yourself, you get to know your Lord. Do we
Yes.
know who we are? We are living together right now for X amount of years that we live together with us. Do I know myself? I don't know myself. I still yet to find who I am. So if I don't know myself, don't we have internal conflict? Why did I say this? Why did I go there?
Right, yeah.
So we always have fight with
Live
ourselves.
in regret a lot.
Yeah.
Regret, happiness, sad. Why? Well, all of it always questioning our own judgment. So if I have problem with myself and I don't know myself fully, how can I know the other person fully? So we should just get into it. And if there's deen and akhlaq, we're trying to satisfy Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and Ahlulbayt alayhi salam. Let's just move on.
What about the other, sometimes, attributes and qualities others are looking for? For example, social status.
We should be close.
Tribes.
We should be close to one another. No doubt.
Agreed.
Like, for example, one to be really, really well off, the other to be very, very low. No, there should be some relative closeness to one another. Religiosity, morality, social status, that should be close to one
Culture?
another. Culture. Also, yeah. But what is the culture? So right now we grow up in the West. Well, are there more Iraqi? Are there more Irani? Are there more Afghani? Are there more British? Who are they? So I think if we put the culture aside, because even the culture has so many varieties, if they are truly willing to go with the teachings of Ahlulbayt, let me open a parenthesis here. When people come to me and ask about marrying a non-Shia, girl and boy.
Yeah.
I tell them do an experiment. If they're open-minded, go for it. They say,
Really?
what do you mean? Listen, I tell them, doesn't matter, be it a boy or a girl. Tell them, both of us, let's go find the truth. Because one of us is the truth,
Yeah.
and one of us is not. Go to 5 non-Shia scholars and to 5 Shia scholars and ask your deen. Ask about aqidah, ask about history, so on. Ask for both of you to find the truth. I'm pretty sure when they come to our Shia scholars, our aqidah, our madhab, makes sense. If he or she is open-minded, they will accept the truth. If they accept the truth in this, they will accept the truth in everything else. If they're closed-minded, you tell them, Habibi, this is the truth. Eid al-Ghadir, Eid al-Wilaya, Mubahila, all of these events, history, everything. If they're closed-minded, forget about it.
But Shaykhna, would you be open-minded in a situation like that?
For?
If you're in a situation, not getting married again. Not to get in trouble.
For my own son or
Yeah,
daughter.
would you be open-minded?
I personally?
I don't think I would. Like if I was to relive my youth, let's say, I don't think I would. I think I'm so firm in what I believe, I wouldn't make room for that.
Because I've seen right now some non-Shia who became Shia, brothers or sisters, they are much more stronger in their faith than the normal Shia.
True, I've seen that as well. Yeah,
So since these are proven concepts that are there,
yeah.
I would definitely go for it.
I'll be honest, like if I had a daughter, I'd rather give her to a Sunni man that's going to treat her right than a Shia that's going to be beating her up and this and that.
That's why we disagree.
you
No,
know what I mean?
yeah, I didn't hear that beating up part. Yeah, that's definitely a problem.
Yeah.
That's a no-go no matter
Who
what.
drinks
religion
alcohol?
you're
You know what I mean?
100%.
They- You got.
I'm going to prison for the rest of my life. Yeah, I'll say it straight up. Yeah, yeah.
You know, so
That's a
it's,
problem.
there is a bit. Of
So
give
that's
and take.
part of the morality.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
That's akhlaq. That is deen. That, okay, you treat fairly. Okay, you have your own madhab. I have my own madhab. But I've seen it always, majority of time, problem rises. Because first, we are loving one another, love at first sight, which...
And
I
then the
don't
first
believe-
aid, the first aid that comes.
Not first...
headbutts.
Really?
Yeah.
So the honeymoon period is until Eid.
If you're from different madhabs.
Oh.
Or even when you have a child, I think that becomes more problem.
Yeah.
Because she wants it one way, he wants it one way.
How to raise a child.
To raise a child.
Yeah.
Because before that...
Imagine, so you want him to laton tatweer, and she's saying, oh, it's not happening. What are you gonna do in that
Man,
situation?
yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
You doing?
You're asking for trouble.
So I think a topic that I think we should mention, love at first sight. Or I didn't find them attractive, or I didn't find her attractive. We don't connect.
You know, you won't connect. You'll
Yeah.
connect through your experiences with the spouse.
Ahsan. He's
After
an
you get
expert. Why
married.
do you guys have me in here?
6 years of studies in marriage counseling. No, but it's the reality. I think,
True.
you know, same, put marriage aside, any form of relationship, any friendship,
No doubt.
the more you travel with someone, the more you have experiences, the more you go out with
you make
someone.
bonds, you
make
go
bonds,
closer, yeah.
memories.
Yeah,
And the
yeah.
same thing applies to marriage. You know, I can't expect to straight away connect to this human that I've met for 6 months, and it just doesn't make sense.
Yeah, but so in this this idea that you're talking about, that 6 months, what made you say yes, even though there was no connection? You don't know that person really well. And I'm hypothetically speaking.
The Sheikh mentioned it, religion and akhlaq.
That was it.
Obviously, there's a few other things, but these are the main ones.
Uh-huh.
For me, the family was another important factor. And obviously,
No doubt.
the raising of the kids in the future, inshallah.
Uh-huh.
How will I be able to raise my kids in the environment that I would like them to be raised?
Yeah.
Will I have to adapt to a whole new environment of how my spouse would want them raised? That's the important thing. for
Because
me
it's
as well.
two different upbringing. It's two different families.
Yeah.
We cannot, I think it's a very, very wrong expectation to have that we're not going to have these issues between everything that we want to do. Every decision. Twins, you guys have a difference of opinions.
Yeah.
Twins.
Yeah.
So we are two different gender, two different families, two different upbringing, two different stories, two different narratives. We're coming together. There will be issues every day. It's not going to be a day without issues. It won't. Because we are two different people. We see from two different angles all the time. But if we both come that, okay, we have Allah and Ahlulbayt and Imam Zaman satisfaction, we are much happier together. Because we know we're going to go through difficulties together.
I'll tell you one thing, Sheikh. Now, me and my brother, when we were young, we used to fight a lot and so forth. But as we grew older and more mature, we hardly ever fight. We kind of, we sync very well with one another. Obviously, we're brothers. We have the same upbringing and things like that.
Yes.
Is it similar with marriage? The more you get to know one another, the more in sync you get, the more you know your boundaries.
Not always. It can be, not always. In a way, yes, because you get to know one another, like what triggers him or triggers her. You know it. And if you really want to keep the other side happy, well, you keep that in mind. Again.
And again, sorry to cut you off.
Sure, go ahead.
I think it still comes back to the first point the Sheikh made, expectations.
Yeah.
Like we're stuck in a 6-month thing. That's even that I don't agree with, to be honest.
What would you say?
So the way I see it is, if I'm getting to know someone for 6 months, that's 6 months of me being my best behavior,
Yeah.
and of
Yeah.
her being on her best behavior.
True.
And that one moment that we live in the same house together, and she sees me throwing my socks down there,
Yeah.
which I've never done for the 6 months, and she's not expecting it, that's gonna explode.
Not only 6 months. I don't know if you know him, Dr. Jassim Mutawwa. He's a Kuwaiti psychologist.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's very popular on social media. He's like, I did the marriage of two people who were together for 9 years, living together but not married.
Okay. Oh, this is a really interesting
Okay.
experiment.
He
So,
said
yeah.
after I did their marriage, within 3 months they came back. They said, we don't know this person at all.
What changed?
They didn't know.
They got too comfortable, bro. 100. I'm guessing.
But see, 9
9
years,
years
of
living together?
Yeah, but not marriage.
But not married.
But right now, after they got married, because see, then I believe, comes to my mind right now, Shaitan was not doing anything because they were doing haram.
They're doing haram anyway.
Okay.
subhanallah.
Right now that halal is done,
They want to undo
well,
the-
Shaitan wants to get them away from one another. Well, right now, see all the negatives.
Yeah, but think about it. 9 years, are you committed to this person?
Well, arguably, 9 years you've been with that person.
But you can walk away theoretically.
Yeah.
At any point.
I think that's the
Yeah.
the
But
safety net
the safety net.
Yeah,
But once
yeah.
you're
of the
married,
experience. Yeah.
you're thinking, whoa, okay, so now
It's
I'm
different
I'm
now.
let's say not stuck, but I'm now stuck with this person.
Yeah.
The dynamics change. Everything changes.
That's true. Man. Has
That's-
it been psychologically tested?
I don't know, but
Right now, this is an experiment. It's
Yeah.
already there.
Yeah.
It makes sense though. Having
Yeah.
that freedom to get up and walk out
See, I
whenever
think
you want.
sometimes, as much as I try to get away from old, but sometimes old is gold in the way they were doing things. Back in the day, how they were doing this,
How go?
men and women, they wouldn't know anything. My mom would have gone to her mom, okay, I want her for my son, and khalas. When do we see one another?
The wedding day.
Nikah is done. I said and remove the veil.
Yeah.
This is she, and
Done.
this is me. This is it.
That's how it's done traditionally.
That's the old way of doing it.
Is that the Islamic way of
Gazillion
doing
years.
it?
I mean, the time that I remember it, a picture was sent.
Okay.
I remember my aunt, there was a picture of him, and back the
And then
passport
Snapchat,
picture.
you can watch it once. It's gone. Yeah, it's gone.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
It's
they
gone.
would,
You can't
they would
see
give
again.
it to him or to her, and it's okay, give it back. It was a passport
Yeah.
picture. That's what you get to see.
Mm.
And but the families have done their research. See, I think the
Yes.
families' involvement is very important.
Very important.
Not the families. Unfortunately, some families do have problem with them. I do have because they're still thinking culturally. The way that okay, if I'm Iraqi, Karbala'i, well, forget about the Najafi. Or if Pakistani and Khoja,
Is
and
that-
Irani,
is that a bad
Afghani.
thing?
No problem,
No, is that a
Sheikh,
bad
that's
thing?
not-
though,
I don't think that's a problem.
Is that a bad thing? It's not. It's
It
something.
comes back to compatibility.
It's not something that you should dismiss
Oh, definitely.
a potential for.
Definitely not.
However, at the same time, it's something to consider.
I
that,
have
look,
issue
these
with
guys
that.
are slightly. Yeah, go ahead.
Because it's deen.
Hmm.
No, but Sheikhna, like certain cultures, they clash so much
They're
that
different.
you're opening the doors to a lot of problems. I'm not saying this Karbala and Najafi thing. We do
Yeah,
joke
yeah.
about these stuff.
True, true.
But sometimes the cultures clash so much that you're basically asking for problems.
So in that case, we're not following the deen. We're following culture.
What
so from the
about-
beginning, we're supposed not to go in there. Because we're giving priority to the culture.
Yeah, but if you're brought up on a certain culture,
What about identity? That we are Karbala'i. We have a tariqah and a
Yeah.
manhaj that we are very proud of.
yeah.
We want our children to continue this. We don't really want them to lose, and so forth. I come from a Pakistani Punjabi background, which
Yeah.
is filled with culture,
Yes.
tradition, very strong rooted.
Yeah.
And that's something that I would like to pass on to.
See,
my
the
children.
problem I have with the culture generally before marriage, in every culture there is good and bad. Every culture. But the only culture that is flawless is the culture of Muhammad and Ali Muhammad salawatullah alayhim ajma'in. Why can we both come to that culture?
What about the identity?
Identity, right? For example, with the Iranian Iraqi, within the Iranian culture, a woman runs the house. Within the Iraqi culture, man runs the house. In my family, and my wife and I, we both Iraqi and Irani. None of us, probably the kids. No, the
No one
kids,
runs the house.
Nobody runs the
The kids
probably
run the house.
The kids runs the house. There is no like,
MashaAllah.
I have to say this because I'm the man. I have, or she says I have to because again we both since we have
Everything
this.
is understanding. Everything has to be easy in life. man.
Yeah, you're
Everything.
right, but I really don't like it to be cultural. From some perspective, I appreciate culture.
Okay.
For example, within the rituals of Abu Abdullah al-Hussein, of
Yes.
course, we have the culture, which also driven from the teachings of Ahlulbayt alayhim salam. But other than that, I think those who are really, really rooted into their culture, I won't get near them. Because again, they're giving priority to the culture over
Yes.
deen.
Okay.
That makes sense.
For example, culture right now says the standard of, for example, the dowry.
Yes.
It should be this.
Oh.
But deen has said the best, Rasulullah said, the best of the woman of my ummah, the one with the lowest dowry.
Okay.
So if a woman comes to me and says, okay, this is my dowry,
It says a lot about her and her family.
then there's no religiosity there. The weddings, well, there is no mixed weddings. It's haram. Haram. There is no halal way of doing it. Unless all the women come with abaya and no makeup. And who's going to go to a wedding without abaya? With Shia.
One eye showing through the abaya. Just, yeah.
So, but the culture is accepted for us. Well, we're all wearing proper hijab. Really? Tight clothes, colorful, makeup, men and women, laughter together. It's haram. Haram and haram and haram. But well, this is the culture is accepted.
That's actually a very good point you bring up about the weddings. Because if you're starting your life as a married couple in haram,
That's it.
well, that's the foundations you're building for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The mixing, the music, the all of that.
Yes.
That's the first day of your life. You're completing half your deen. You're destroying the other half.
There's no building of abd.
There's no building it here. There's no building it here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But inshallah, do the wedding and then go for ziyarah later and
Oh,
repent.
yeah, then clean everything. Yeah. Especially if the dowry is Hajj Baytullah al-Haram, then you're good. You're good. Yeah. Do what you want.
Wedding in Dubai and then Hajj.
Allah, combination and a half. What do they say? Sa'ali qalbak, sa'ali
على ربك.
So,
Yeah.
Sheikh, now we discussed in regards to culture, identity, finding a spouse, and so forth. Where does the compatibility part play in all of this? You know, like you said, even traditionally,
Shukran.
the families would get involved and the families would speak to one another, and even they will assess compatibility of the families and of the two children to get married and so forth.
Yeah, I think if the parents on both sides are also thinking of religion more than the culture.
Yeah.
I told my wife we have 3 boys. I'm hoping that we get one Lebanese, one Iraqi, one Afghani. We just go diverse. Doesn't matter.
United Nations.
So for me, if they're religious, doesn't matter. Afghani, doesn't matter. Irani, Iraqi, Pakistani, doesn't matter. I mean, it might be the taste that I'm not going to eat spicy food when I go to their house. Well, they're going to know have a dish for me. But other than that, if they are religious and for them Allah's satisfaction, and they see that we are satisfying Imam al-Zaman, let them do whatever they want to do.
Thanks.
But this is becoming difficult. And I can see parents are hesitant because of the problems, because they have created themselves.
Okay.
That, okay, I have so many Afghani with Irani, Pakistani and Khoja, Iraqi and Irani. Oh, how about we do it this way? Okay, where is the base for this? Why you want to do this? Okay, my parents did it this way. Habib, your parents did it this way. Was it according to the teachings of Islam and Ahlulbayt alayhim salam? If not, change it. No, you want us to change the heritage of past century of us. Astaghfirullah. Habibi, it's the heritage of Ahlulbayt alayhim salam. So I think identity of Ahlulbayt, culture of Ahlulbayt. Everything has to go around Ahlulbayt, not around us.
Of the 14 infallibles, how many of them married non-Arab wives?
Oh, so almost more than 6, I think.
Nearly all of them. Maybe not the first wives.
Let's just think. From what my understanding,
Rasulullah, were they all Arab, his wives?
No.
no, who's the non-Arab?
Maria al-Qibtiyya.
Yeah.
From
Coptic, married the Coptic.
oh, Egyptian.
Yeah. But Arab, but it's a different culture.
Different culture, completely different
Yeah,
culture.
Yeah, I know from. I think it's from Imam Bakr or Imam Sadiq. They were all Nubian.
Yeah,
All the
Imam
wives
al-Baqir,
were
you have Imam Sajjad, is Fatima bint al-Hasan.
Okay.
And then after that, majority of them.
Completely different cultures. I don't know how, but obviously they're ma'asumin and they are
And
from Allah
we
subhanahu
can't
wa
say
ta'ala,
that
but I
some of
don't
them-
see how like
they
that's
had bad
difficult.
wives also.
Yeah, of course they had bad
Yeah.
wives.
They had bad
yeah.
wives. So
Yeah.
is that okay? Always gonna get
But were
good?
there bad wives from different cultures or were they that?
No, it's
Arab wives?
themselves.
Yeah,
We're gonna get
They
hate for
killed them.
that.
They poisoned them.
That's
This
not
is
what
why I'm single.
dear viewers, that's not what we're trying to get at. Just historical facts. Yeah,
I think we need to get away from our culture as much as
to
possible.
some extent.
And I think, why?
To some extent.
What extent? Where do you want to keep it?
I think it depends on you yourself. Like me as a person, I can't speak as a general rule, umbrella rule. Me as a person, when I was looking for a wife, I knew I needed someone that can speak the same language as my mum,
Okay.
that will understand the mindset of my mum, that will understand my mindset when it comes to the majalis of Imam Hussein, when it comes to the way I want my house and my family run. So it's not saying I didn't want an Iraqi or a Karbala'i, even though I was 90% leaning that way, but it was more of, what do I want that is most compatible, obviously with the basis of Islamic culture. But on top of that, there are a few other things that I really wanted to. Again, I wasn't strict with those things either. You know, like I said, everything should be easy.
I understand.
If you make anything strict in life, you're making it difficult for yourself.
I mean, that's fair.
Yeah.
But I see the
Take
goal.
it as it comes along, I think.
I
yeah.
think it is the goal. What I'm doing this, I agree with you with the culture of Ahlulbayt and Imam Hussein and Shia and Majalis and stuff. There is something, it's definitely, it's given. It's part of the religiosity. But she understands my mom's language and back and forth. I think it's going to make it difficult.
I think it depends on circumstances. Again, that's when I say for myself. 'Cause I know I'm going to be living close to my family and her family. So I'd like to have the same language as her mum and her dad as well.
Yeah.
You know, for them to understand me as a son-in-law.
True.
Not just for my mother to understand her daughter-in-law.
But
It makes it a bit
I
easier.
think give it one more generation.
Oh, that's going to change.
We're going to be forced to accept it.
Yeah,
so why don't we
100%.
accept it right now?
100%.
Because right now, my kids and my grandkids, that's it. If they were born in America and they grew up in America, they're no like. For example, I remember when my kids were younger, we have in our center, we have diverse community, a lot of Afghans and a lot of Arabs and Pakistanis, and we have all. The kids were playing football, soccer, not football.
Don't say that.
Whoa.
Don't say that word.
Soccer.
Thank you, dear viewers, for watching the show. We're going to end it right there. Please, what's going on? We're in London.
So my son came, the oldest one, he's like, should I join the Afghan team or the Iraqi team? Because he doesn't know, I haven't given him identity of being, because we're both Irani and Iraqi and born in America, raised in America. I told him, Habib, see which one is winning? Just go join that team.
But again, that's a different generation. When you grew up, Sheikhna,
True.
it's different.
True.
Yeah.
True.
Like, I know what you said, it's 100% bang on. I know my kids in the future, they're going to be living in a completely beige society.
True.
No black, brown, white. Everyone's going to be married to everyone.
So
everyone's
make
going to be
sure,
there.
It's on
be
that
open
way.
with that.
Yeah,
I'm
100%.
hoping the viewers, that's what I'm saying, hoping the viewers, when they know the next generation comes, nope, you have to definitely go with this kind of culture, or Afghani, or Irani, or
I think-
Punjabi, whatever.
No, I think like Muhsin said earlier as well, if he's a good person, if he's going to treat my daughter the best way I see possible,
Yeah.
Bismillah.
Bismillah, you know.
Yeah, religion.
But just
and-
know I'm willing to go to jail if anything goes wrong. Yeah.
Sheikh, I wanted to touch upon, in regards to an increase that we've seen of like mental health. So we're leading towards people who maybe should delay their marriage or could reconsider. I've seen it happen. You know, they've rushed marriages and later they found out, oh, this person suffers from schizophrenia, bipolarism. This person has deep depression. This person has anxiety. You know, and so forth. And sometimes these actually evolve in the marriage and later on in the marriage.
Yes.
And first of all, are these good grounds for maybe a small temporary separation, which may lead to divorce, may not? Are these valid issues for divorce? Are these real issues that are coming up regularly in marriages from your experience?
Well, anything can happen when we get down the life when we get married. So I think always thinking of the best rather than me being anxious, everything wrong that can happen. With that, I can never live. Anything can happen tomorrow, this moment. So that comes tawakkul ala Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala.
Yeah, I mean, you can paralyze and you can't work anymore.
Anything. Like one accident can just change everything.
What happened to me? I was sat out of work for 2 months.
Yeah.
One accident, yeah. You know, alhamdulillah, it was just that, you know.
Alhamdulillah. So, same physical, make it mental. Of course, there are severe cases in everything, in physical accidents or in mental. With mental health, I think majority of the expert would agree with me. There are some mental health issues that are due to hormone changes.
Okay.
Well, they need psychiatric, they need medicine, but if you search it right now, statistics, they are on the lower percentage. The higher percentage of people is about spirituality. It's about negative talk, self-talk. It's all about, it has nothing to do with hormonal issues.
Okay.
They have seen things, they have heard things, they're always sabotaging themselves. Well, they need help. Well, let me help them. So has nothing to do with medicines and going through all of these 9 yards of. So identifying it, and we are going to have issues in life. Let's just accept it. If it becomes abusive, of course, that's a different scenario. No. Talaq is there, it's halal, and becomes abusive. Both sides, men and women. Sometimes, a lot of time we talk about men abusing their women.
Yeah.
Well, there's a lot of men that are being abused also.
A lot of men are victims.
Victim, but nobody talks about them also. But we always, okay, women be abused. Okay, that is wrong. This is wrong also. But I think talaq, or me making decision for a new marriage, these should not be top of the line. Because if I want to see that,
Okay, let me ask you a question then, Sheikh. Say you, in this scenario, a family approaches this girl, and good family, good boy, everything, mashallah.
Tick the boxes.
Ticks the boxes. A week after marriage, they find out that this guy has severe mental health issues.
I've seen this happen.
And what's the dhanab of the girl?
well, if it becomes abusive, and if it was not mentioned, and it's something that is, again, mental,
Let's
that,
assume
there's
it's
a degree.
not abusive. Let's just say you're not lied to, but this very important fact was hidden from the family.
There is an option for that, yeah. For example, I mean, I do have a cut from here to here. When I was a kid, I was playing hide and seek. I went to a mirror. Literally, I have a big cut from here to here. Big scar. Very big
Battle
scar.
scars.
Yeah. And I mean, they didn't put the skin next to one another to stitch it. They put it on top of one another. So it's a big scar. So I forgot to tell my wife. After, I mean, we got our nikah done in May. And then December was our reception. Close to December, I remember, oh my God, I didn't tell my wife that I have this big scar, because she was in Florida and I was in Virginia, so we were not together. I thought, I'm going to tell her, she's going to say no or something. So bringing that, putting a mental. Let's make something controversial. Aren't we have, all of us, we have some time within a day or week that we go mentally, we all go through that. So
Every Saturday with my football team, don't we?
That's your whole life has been like that.
So these titles and these mental illnesses and stuff, I think we're taking it very lightly. For example, for a long time ago, I didn't know what was bipolar. Long time ago.
Yeah.
Somebody told me bipolar almost about 15 years ago or 20 years ago. It's like when you go up, moods up and down, and then you have severity of it. I say, don't we? And it switch.
Yeah.
Complete
I say,
switch.
don't we? Don't we? We all have some kind of bipolar in ourselves. You're happy with your friends, your team loses. You switch, don't you? I mean, I've never seen you with the pain, but that is a typical.
It's a problem with him.
Really?
It's a problem.
No, it's all right. It's not that
And you
bad.
can always tell again from.
It's all right.
Bro, I'm trying to get him
it's-
a wife.
I'll tell you when it's bad. It's when Pakistan lose to India in the cricket.
Oh, it's true. Getting wife. No, he's never like this.
Really?
No,
Yeah.
he's
I'm trying to get
the
a wife.
happiest person I've seen. He's
There you go. There you go. That ship sailed a long time ago.
You ruined the whole scenario here.
You should have nudged me, winked something, Sheikhna. Come on.
So I think lately with all of these medical industry and all of these labels and medicines, it's easy for us
The
to
labels. That's
give.
exactly it. It's the labels.
Just mental issues. What is mental issues? Exactly tell me, what does mental issues mean? I know there are books. I did psychology as a minor. But seriously, I mean, can we just... But again, abusive cases, no. That's a completely different scenario. We're not talking about those. That this guy loses his or her mind and they start throwing things and can be dangerous. No, that's obvious. Islam says, okay, go ahead, khalas, separate them if they don't know.
Yeah, I don't think there's a blanket thing we can say mental
That's it.
health issues means this. I think each situation has its own.
It has its own scenario. Yes.
So who decides?
Again, depends on the situation, no?
Yeah.
Depends on how severe the situation is.
Parents.
Yeah.
I think parents, again, is abusive. The father of the girl sits and then bring a couple of scholars involved and okay, this is it. This is a scenario. And truly proven that this guy has like mental illness, it's dangerous. Again, mentally we go up and down in everything. We hear a sad story for a whole day. We have problem.
I'll ask you a question. This is to both of you. You can choose your spouse. So if your spouse ends up having some sort of mental difficulties, you can choose your spouse. What if you have a child that's born with mental difficulties?
Yeah.
My brother.
You're
Good
going
question.
to still love that child no matter what.
Very
You're
good
going to learn
question.
to adapt
Very
to that
good
child.
point. Very good point.
So I think even in a situation like this, you'll have
Very
to learn
good
to
point.
adapt.
Again, until it's abusive.
Yeah, until it's
Let's
abusive, of
yeah,
course.
yeah.
That's always a...
But those are like 1 in a million cases.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, the amount of
yeah.
more?
Yeah, I think it's a lot more.
Really,
I think it's a lot more.
maybe in London because of the weather.
Hilarious. But
That's the second time the Sheikh has
he's
checked
on
out
a point.
Aladdin.
No, he's got a point. There is this seasonal something it's called where people's mood go down
There you
because
go.
we're not getting
My
enough
mood goes
sunlight.
down. Imagine when the sun's
Winter
out.
time we're miserable. Sheikh,
loving
we're
it in the sun.
miserable. Yeah.
Yeah.
Summertime in London is the best place to be.
Yeah.
on
Really?
Earth. But in the winter it's horrible. It's miserable and everything.
So that's a very good point. With a child, what are you going to do with them?
Mm.
Again, we just put the abusive case aside. You just have to deal with it. I think I always said good spouse and bad spouse is the greatest test of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And I think good spouse test is more difficult than bad spouse test. Because bad spouse, you just have to be patient.
Yeah.
Good spouse, you have
Easy
to make sure.
peasy.
No, good
Easy.
spouse, you have to appreciate this gift, which is not going to be easy. To truly appreciate the spouse, that is a good spouse that you have. Somebody disagrees with me, it's okay. But there's a test. Are we going to just remove this test? No. Let's just deal with it. Sabr
It's a
and
ni'mah.
patience.
It's a ni'mah.
Yeah.
So we have a couple of minutes left, and this a topic that I really want to discuss. It's Sokhli's favorite topic, and that is second wife, third wife, fourth wife.
Yeah.
Why is it my favorite? Whoa.
I'm fucking right. Innit?
Why is it my favorite
I'm
topic?
playing with you, Sokhli. I'm playing with you, Sokhli.
Get me in trouble for no
I know,
reason.
I tried to. I
swear
tried.
I've never spoken about this. I've never mentioned this.
Never
He
thought about
never
it.
thought about it.
But,
One and only, he's causing problems.
Sheikhna, it is part of the Sunnah of Rasulullah
Yes.
and our Imam to have more than one wife.
Yes.
We come from the East, and it's
Yes.
very common in the East for
Yeah.
men to have more than one wife.
It's not common.
It is where I come from. My grandfather had two wives at the same time in the same house.
MashaAllah.
Yeah, no, it wasn't much.
Yeah.
Wars, but I know with Afghanistan, a lot of Afghani women, they're very
Afghanistan, Iraq a little bit, but Iran, no way.
No.
Really?
Iraq is a lot, but it's very sly.
Yeah.
It's not like I think
Oh, it's a-
Afghanistan
it's
is
a
just open.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you think that's the problem?
Iraq, the guy will go Morocco.
This is the
come
Sunnah of Rasulullah. Let's not forget this. This is,
Ah.
we have religious backing for
True.
this.
But it's not wajib to do. It's the sunnah. We can, Allah says, if you can be just with them, then go for it. So I cannot say against it because of the teachings of Allah.
Broski, do you have enough money to sustain two households in this country?
Yeah, but it's equally not sustained. Both houses are not
Both
equally
of them have
sustained.
one piece of bread.
Yeah. Both got ready. It's alright. Her TV ain't working. Her DVD ain't working. Don't worry.
I think justice is something that again, is a relative and it's difficult to have. But it's doable. If the people, I was watching an interview in Iraq. She was saying, "Oh, I'm so happy for him and stuff, and I'm his second wife, and it's me, and the first and the third. We live in the same house, and we all three of us we are happy. I think that's the unicorn that
I
you
think,
will.
yeah.
Or it's just for the cameras.
Maybe, yeah.
So, do you remember that couple that were on social media non-stop talking about second marriages? American.
Yeah, in
Did you
the
see it?
Mormons, you have good amount,
I
like
know what
4 or 5 women, and they all live together, and they're happy. And there's a lot of shows about it.
Uh-huh.
There's a reality show about the one that has 4 or 5 wives, and they're all in the barn, and they're doing everything every day. You can see the reality shows, like many wives, and it's practiced within the Christians, also Mormons.
I don't know. I find it in this day and age. Again, Islam is not limited to a certain period of time, but I find it a bit
It is difficult.
difficult to swallow.
It is difficult.
Even for me as a man.
Really?
I'm not trying to fix what you said earlier, but
I'll
be
be
sweating
straight.
and everything. Yeah.
I'll be straight up. Like,
But I just feel like it's.
I understand the Islamic responsibilities that comes upon having
Yeah.
a second, third, fourth wife and so forth. But I feel in a way it's like a taboo. And
It is a
shouldn't
taboo.
be.
It is a taboo. Unfortunately, same as many other things that we have within the religion, unfortunately, which is a taboo. For example, right now, taboo. How many weddings do you know at a reception that they have no music in it?
How
That's
how
the
dare
aqd.
you?
That's the aqd bit.
Yeah.
That's when the mu'amman walks in and then he walks
That's
out.
it.
Walks
They
out,
turn it off.
speak-
Yes, and the hijabs are gone, and so right now that is against the teachings of Islam. So we cannot just pick and choose. No, the whole package comes.
Yeah.
And the mahar to be low mahar. Like how many mahars did you? I know 2 families that I've done the marriage. I've done hundreds of marriages. 2 families recently young that their mahar was 1 Quran only.
MashaAllah.
That's it. Like you don't see them at all.
Can I ask a personal question?
Yes.
You don't have to
Oh.
answer.
Oh,
Yeah.
What was your mahar?
My mahar was 25 golden coin and Hajj
nice.
and Karbala.
Why 25?
I don't know.
Why not 5?
I don't know.
We're in Pakistan. We're very 5, 12, 14.
But you know what it is as well. Even like when you mentioned earlier about the lower the mahar, the better.
Yeah, yeah.
But sometimes, as a father, you want to guarantee your daughter's stability.
I don't like that. I don't like
You
that.
don't like it, huh?
No. Because if I want to guarantee her stability with money, then I have not done my homework accepting that person. I told my wife I'm gonna ask one Quran. She's like, no, what's gonna happen in the future? I said, if God forbid, if he was not the right person, she's gonna come back to me.
Yeah.
Money doesn't guarantee her stability. Because he can be in Iran right now, for example. They go 1,500 something golden coins.
£1 is like $1 billion to a man or something.
Yeah, he doesn't have the money. He doesn't have the money. She goes and they put him in jail. Khalas. He's
Done.
in jail for many, many years, and that's just it. Yeah. So money didn't guarantee.
Islamic government.
Yeah. No.
But yeah, I agree,
I
Sheikh.
will go the lowest dowry.
I think mahar. But the thing is, I also understand from the lady's perspective, it's a security. If she was working and she's decided to become a housewife, or they've requested, can you be a housewife instead and raise children?
Yeah.
And she was okay, but I was running a business, or I had a career,
Yeah.
so I need something.
True.
If it doesn't work, I've done 10 years of my life with this man. It hasn't worked out. I need some form of compensation or something.
Not even that. Just her thinking in 10 years, I can guarantee that we have some money for our kids. Maybe we as a family want to buy a house. Maybe we want to go Hajj in the future.
So in
some women are worthy to think like that as well for the future of their family, as opposed to I just want,
But see,
10K
when
or something.
Rasulullah says the lowest dowry, he's thinking about all these aspects.
Yeah, that's also true. That's also
100%.
true.
The best, when he said the best of my woman of my nation is the one with the lowest dowry. He's not thinking. At the same time, he says for the man that every time you go outside and you bring home some goods, you are mujahid fi sabilillah. So it's a whole package that you must provide. Imam Sajjad alayhi salam says, the right of your children upon you is to make sure their mother lives comfortable. So it's the whole package you see that he's thinking about providing for his family, for his kids, all of this. There is no securing, okay, because there are going to be problems. Well, I shouldn't have problems. Okay, let me see. Do I have enough mahar that I can put? There we go.
Yeah.
But so what's holding this is not love.
And she's gone. Yeah.
That's it.
She's got the money.
Yeah. So it's an issue.
I'm not surprised.
Yeah.
I've got some of my friends are divorced, and in the community we've seen divorces, and these guys have gone
It's the worst thing
bankrupt.
ever.
Yeah.
The guys don't mind the girls, and the girls act like they're the victim.
True.
And I'm sure there was things that was unfair towards them, but it's like in this Western culture and society, it's like they get the harsher end.
Of course. Every time I hear a story of a divorce,
the husband is done.
He's done, she's done. I don't even want to know what happened to them because it's just heartbreaking.
True.
It's like, why? They've been together for 5 years, 6 years, 2 years.
Sometimes there's a child as well.
Sometimes there's a child.
Yeah,
That's why sometimes the first question I ask was there a child involved?
True.
If they say yes, it's even more heartbreaking.
True.
Because you just ruined not just 2 lives, 2 families. You've it's just
Abghad al-halal. That's why it's angered by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, even though it's halal.
It's upsetting every time. So I would, again, this is probably probably second the Sheikhna, but I would always say, yes, there are issues in relationships and marriages. Always try your best and explore every avenue to sort those issues out. Go on holiday, go live somewhere else, change your lifestyle, do whatever it is. I think divorce should always be the last option unless there's abuse.
Yes.
That's my personal take on it.
Sheikh, that was a fantastic note from Hussein Sukhni. Yourself, any final advice or anything you'd want to say towards the viewers?
Keep Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in mind. Keep Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in mind. Keep Imam Zaman in mind. And try to make him happy. That is the best way that you can make your marriage go further, inshallah.
Sukhni, anything else?
Nothing much more to add to the beautiful
insights of
the Sheikh. But yeah.
I was going to say, be the best person you can be. If not, stay toxic, my kings.
No. Take it easy. Tawakkul ala Allah. Take everything easy, man. That's it. Don't be toxic. We're here trying to get the whole point of this episode was to scheme for him to get married, and he's just destroyed the whole thing.
With the second wife.
Anyway, thank you very much, gentlemen, and thank you to our team behind the screens, Mohammed Fahad, Mohammed Rida Ma'ash, Amir Raza. Is Mr. Khan in the back as well, I think, today?
I'm not too sure.
Yeah. I think he is. Saif Ali Khan, I think somewhere in the studio as well. Thank you to the guests. And inshallah, we hope that this episode gives you an insight onto the beautiful and sometimes challenging issues that are with marriage. We're not here to tell you to get married and to tell you to avoid and stay away from marriage. It's just the reality and what you need to do as a responsible individual to make sure that you have the best and most healthy married life. Thank you very much. This has been Shia Vibes, and we'll see you soon. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah wa barakatuh.